talk about uses for hydrogen peroxide. Did you know there were two different types of hydrogen peroxides? I didn't know. They have one that is good for cleaning food, which is usually around 35% the level of peroxide. And then there's another one for cleaning wounds, removing earwax, and helping with pains and blemishes. We're going to go further in depth into these list of ways that you can use hydrogen peroxide in your home. I'm going to show you a couple of the bottles that I have. Everybody is familiar with this brown bottle. Perhaps your grandmother used it, or even your mom stockpiled it and kept it in their home. I usually keep mine in the bathroom on the top shelf. Some people probably keep it in their kitchen under their sink. And here is the other bottle of peroxide. This is 32 full ounces. I've had it for a long time. It lasts forever. And this one says it's good for first aid, for treatment of minor cuts and abrasions, and for gargling and rinsing. All these really neat facts that I didn't know existed with hydrogen peroxide. For the peroxide for food, you can purify water with it. That is number one. Mouthwash, number two, which I mentioned from the bottle. It helps with body odor, number three. And it can rid of skunk smell. That I didn't know. I thought that was mostly tomato juice. I'm going to have to look further into that to see if you have to mix peroxide with the tomato juice to get rid of the skunk smell. Because we have a lot of skunk in my village here. And my kids play outside a lot in the summertime. And in case they surprise one, I'll know how to get rid of the smell. And it also cleans your produce and meats like chicken. When you bring produce in, rinse your produce off with the peroxide before you bring it into the house so you don't collect fruit flies. That's another great tip that I've read up on with the hydrogen peroxides. The topical peroxide, you can remove earwax, which it says right on the label. I've been doing that for years with the peroxide. You put a little in your ear and then you gently dab it out. And I like to run warm water. It also helps with ear aches. If you have a little one, before you take them to the doctor, add a little bit of hydrogen peroxide in their ear with some warm water. Give them a little bit of Tylenol, depending on their age. Then take them to the doctors, and the doctors can look further in to see if they need to be on any kind of antibiotics. I always did this with my children, and 3 out of 4 times their ear problem was gone before we even got to the doctor. It stops body fungus. That I didn't know. If you have toe fungus or fungus elsewhere on your body, you can rub some peroxide onto that area and it will help get rid of it. It heals blemishes. I've been breaking out here and there in the other half of my life with menopause, and I've been putting peroxide on my face once a day in the morning to try to help remove and get rid of it. I didn't have them very often as a teenager. Now in my 50s, it seems to be happening almost on a weekly basis with these blemishes. It cleans wounds. It says that right on the label, so that is really nice. If you're out and about, hiking, camping, or your car breaks down, get those little bottles from the Dollar Tree for shampoos. They come in like a 3 or 4 pack, and fill one with hydrogen peroxide so you have it at all times in your first aid kit. And if you cut yourself or get a laceration, you can put some of the hydrogen peroxide on the wound and it will help heal it. It also soothes insect bites. And I thought that was another really great fact with the peroxide. And this peroxide is usually 3%, the topical for the one for the wounds and for the insect bites. You can rub it on the insect bite and it's supposed to stop the itch when the mosquito bites you. Again, I'm out in the country. There's mosquitoes everywhere, but we get swarms of mosquitoes from time to time. I do have bats nearby, so the mosquitoes count has been down recently, so that is a good thing. These are all great, useful information and tips on these two different types of peroxide, and I keep both on hand in my house. Now, to be honest with you, the food peroxide, I'm new to this, and that I have both. I'm pretty proud of myself, so I'll be using it especially to clean my produce. The food peroxide. You can also replace your bleach with it. You can do your floors, you can do your countertops, your surfaces, you can clean your bathroom sink and your toilet seat with it and get it nice and clean, and it's more healthier for your family without all those abrasive chemicals. Those of you who watch me on a regular basis recognize my medicine cabinet. I'm going to try not to have my back turned to you the entire time here. I'm going to dab a little bit of peroxide into the lid here and show you what you can do. I'm going to put it on my blemishes and I can feel it killing the germs. Then I'm going to take the clean side of the Q-tip and just lightly dab my ear. To get rid of that earwax. And then you just discard that. Keep these on hand and stockpile them. They are really good to have. Next up, I'm going to do some research on rubbing alcohol and find out any interesting facts on that product and give you a new video with lists. Don't forget, when we get to 1,300, we're going to issue out 2 $10 Dollar Tree gift cards. If you're new, comment in any of the videos in the comment section down below. Say hi and let me know that you're new. You have to be subscribed and a U.S. resident in order to win. If you comment all the time and you know the drill, just make sure you're subscribed and that you're a U.S. resident in order to be qualified for these giveaways. We're still looking for 12 new people to jump aboard and subscribe to my channel to win one 5 items prize pack from the Dollar Tree valued at $6.25. That video is the very first link underneath what the video is about, with items available that you can win. And if any of the items have already been spoken for, I'll let you know via email and you can choose another item at random. It is a win-win. You get 5 items just for subscribing. So we need 12 more for that to happen. In a few videos, I'll let you know how well the antiseptic is working on. And in a few more videos, I'll let you know how well the hydrogen peroxide is working on my blemishes.